After sinking to the lowest point of his premiership last week, Boris Johnson might have hoped that by announcing populist policies like tackling illegal migration in the Channel or reforming the BBC, he might be able to get away from all those lurid allegations about lockdown busting parties in Downing Street and questions about his own future. But late on Monday afternoon, Dominic Cummings, his former senior advisor, blew all of that out of the water as he accused the Prime Minister of misleading Parliament about a gathering in the garden of Downing Street on May the 20th, 2020. Linking to an updated blog post, here's what Cummings tweeted. PM was told about the invite. He knew it was a drinks party. He lied to Parliament. Cummings goes even further in the blog post itself, saying that the Prime Minister was warned about an invitation sent out by his Parliamentary Private Secretary, or PPS, Martin Reynolds. Here's what Cummings writes. Amid discussion over the future of the Cabinet Secretary and PPS himself, which had been going on for days, I said to the PM something like, "Martin's invited the building to a drinks party. This is what I'm talking about. You've got to grip this madhouse." The PM waved it aside. Now this would appear to contradict Number 10's repeated denials that Boris Johnson was aware that this was a party and not a work event, and that senior officials had warned him in advance that it could break lockdown rules. Here's what Boris Johnson said today in response to the latest claims.
I can't believe that we would have gone ahead with an event that people were saying was against the rules or against what we were asking people to do. And nobody warned me that it was against the rules. I'm absolutely categorical about that, because I would remember that.
The latest intervention from Dominic Cummings comes as Sue Gray, the senior civil servant, wraps up her investigation not just into the May the 20th gathering, but into other parties and gatherings in Downing Street and across Whitehall during lockdown. This morning, the Deputy Prime Minister said that he didn't want to prejudge the outcome of that investigation, but he was very, very clear that if a minister or indeed a Prime Minister misled Parliament, then they would have to resign.
In principle, if a minister lies to Parliament and fails to correct it, should they resign?
Yes.
Now, one of the problems with all this, of course, is that Dominic Cummings is seen as a tainted witness. Yes, he was very close to the Prime Minister. Yes, he was very, very influential inside Downing Street, but his trip to Barnard Castle during the first lockdown in England raises serious questions about his own integrity. But his account of events puts him in direct conflict with the account given by the Prime Minister. Both accounts cannot be true. One of them must be lying. And how Sue Gray judges that will go a long way to determining the fate of Boris Johnson.